22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cowboys and the Pats coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should listen to you, partner.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for New England. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. And down to the 28-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That is caught by Lamb. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 39 yards. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England's offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. off the draw. Here's Michel. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Oh, good move. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That ball caught by Slayton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line out.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones quickly into the hands of Robinson. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Michel. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On play action, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
51, Mike 51.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
51.
Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, Bucks.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jones throw pulled in by Schwartz.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Back now in Foxborough. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
97's the mic, 97's the mic. Time to go, 97's the mic, 97's.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Travis Kelce, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for New England. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Jones on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. On the handoff, it's Michel. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Again, it's Michel. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Now, touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Lawrence. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play here for Dallas.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far. Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions. We'll see how they handle. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practice. They got his man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column. You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Sack lunch, baby.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And we've got a timeout.
We got this.
9 seconds remaining.
Check Michael out. Check Michael out.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped lead.